So with regard to where tornadoes occur, this is what I was telling you before, that we get our fair share of tornadoes in our in North America. And compare that to the rest of the world. Each dot represents kind of a general bunch of tornadoes. And what was it, the world's deadliest single tornado was like over in this part of the world, was like Bangladesh or over here. I don't know, maybe it's here. But anyway, you can see, and I've heard it described that what kind of favors the formation of tornadoes is that we have mountain ranges here, but our mountain ranges are from basically, they run north and south. And so, of course, we have the Rockies over here and the old Appalachians over here. And so that allows, it's wide open for air masses to go ahead, and we have no mountain ranges down here or up here. And so warm air and cold air can converge. So kind of zooming in on where tornadoes happen in our neck of the woods. You've heard of Tornado Alley, and I don't know if you kind of want to include part of Iowa in it, but we definitely have a lot of tornadoes kind of in this region. Not to say that we don't get tornadoes other places, but... And this is focusing on tornadoes just for the state of Illinois, and it's probably hard for you to read, but each kind of line shows the path of a tornado from the years 1916 to 1969. You kind of see the direction. They're pretty consistent, kind of going to kind of the northeast. They're traveling northeast to kind of due east. Not very many of them. Oh, a few of them are traveling southeast. So this is a figure to kind of show you when we get most of the tornadoes in the United States. And you'll see that May is our peak month. Okay, and it starts clear back in actually some in January and some in December. Go figure. But I like this figure because it goes ahead and by state kind of does the same thing, kind of the breakdown. And what you'll see is that down here, our southern states, their tornado season happens earlier. And that's because actually when we talk about seasons, they warm up faster, and then we have later tornado seasons up here in the north. And actually down here, kind of draw your attention do you see Texas? Basically it kind of has two humps. They have kind of what's almost known as two tornado seasons. And that could be related to kind of the influence of the large body of water that they're near to go ahead and retain its heat and all that. So it's interesting. Okay, so you've heard of this diagram. I know it's not like the hockey stick diagram that kind of looks at the increase in carbon dioxide in the Earth's atmosphere, but it kind of reminds me of it. What we're tracking is from 1955 to the year 2000, the number of tornadoes. And you're like, oh, well, that looks like it's increasing. Well, yeah, it looks like it's increasing. It looks like there might be some scatter, some noise. I think the jury's still out. They're not entirely sure if maybe this increase in tornadoes we're seeing could have a couple of kind of artificial reasons. And one of them is that as the North America becomes more populated, we can report tornadoes by folks living in regions they weren't living before. The other thing is that kind of related to that, we have technology that we can, without seeing the tornado, understand with regard to radar and Doppler radar. We'll talk more about that in a minute. How do we know that there's a tornado there, even though there's no boots on the ground? So just some kind of interesting kind of tidbits about what crazy winds from tornadoes can do, because you've probably heard this too. And as I understand it, it's true that, I mean, the strength and kind of the finesse of a wind associated with a tornado is kind of eerie. For instance, if you've ever heard it can take a piece of straw and push it through a wooden plank. You're like, straw is kind of flimsy and a wooden plank is solid. You know, it's just strange. It is very strong. It can take it's been known to take, for instance, the wing of a small airplane and relocate it 10 miles. It's been able to basically take a very heavy farm wagon, relocate it a mile. Take a mattress, relocate it 40 miles. And this last one here is that one you saw on the chart just a little bit ago. It relocated a Czech 223 miles down the road. So here's a picture to kind of show you. I know it's not a piece of straw going through a wooden plank, but I mean, that is kind of crazy. It just pokes things through things, you know, and relocates things. That's the wind, the result of a tornado. So by definition, an outbreak, a tornado outbreak, you have to have at least 6 tornadoes associated with the same kind of weather, with the same weather system. That year, 1925, actually has been the most, the tornado outbreak with the most tornadoes. In 1925, did I say that? In 1925, it killed a lot of people. So tornado outbreaks, I don't have a lot to add. I have a slide coming up showing you one tornado outbreak. So this is one tornado outbreak and showing you kind of for that same weather system some different colors of the storms and let's see, the thunderstorms. And here is the number of tornadoes associated with each thunderstorm. Tornado outbreak.